So just coming up to 5 to 7, which is sunrise. But what's amazing is the amount of people are up here. It's pretty busy for this time anyway. Literally everybody on the internet has put a lock. Actually, they're not locks, what are they? They're like poo bags for dogs. Oh, there's a lock there, Chloe and Steve. 2025, oh, it's already rusted up. It's not taken long. Still loads of space here though. I don't even know what these are. I mean, that looks like a baby's bib. These look like, they are the dog bags. People are just leaving the shit bags there for, you don't want to throw it away. Some socks there. What else? Like hair ties. I mean, just putting toilet roll on it and bags and, I mean, what's the reason? Someone tell me, what is the reason for this? And all the excitement, I nearly forgot about the sunrise, which is pretty lame, to be honest. I mean, the view in general is good. I mean, it's a great view up here. And yeah, maybe that sunrise might get a bit better in a minute. It's free. What more do you want in America? It's free. There's no tipping. You don't have to tip anybody, and it doesn't cost anything. Great. You know, I've watched loads of TikTok videos on this, the sunrise and pictures, and I still do not know where is the best place to stand on this bridge, because there's loads of spots. Everywhere looks the same. Anyway, the best thing is, number one on the TikTok things in New York City to do, done. And as I walk over the bridge to Brooklyn, I can already give you a piece of advice. Don't come in February, it's freezing. The sun finally comes through and we move on to the next location called Dumbo. Yes, this next place is really called Dumbo, and it stands for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass. To give you an idea of how much snow they've had here. I mean, obviously it wasn't that high because they've just shoveled it off the street, but probably, I don't know, 1.5 feet. Do you know what though, if you had this in the UK, literally the city had come to a standstill. Everywhere would be shut, schools would be shut, the lot. Which other city, 7:30 in the morning and it's minus a lot, be stood here looking at a bridge in the cold? New York, that's where. Everybody on this street must work from home because that car ain't going anywhere. There we go. Proper close-up of the bridge underneath in Dumbo. So I've been looking at that bridge thinking it's the bridge we've just walked over, Brooklyn Bridge, but it's not, it's that one there. That's the Manhattan Bridge. Another TikTok favourite, Pebble Beach in Dumbo. Although this lump of frozen water doesn't quite make it 5 metres above sea level to be called an iceberg, I'm taking it anyway. And as I take the 1.1 mile walk back over the bridge, my next piece of advice is to wear comfortable shoes, really comfortable ones. By complete accident, we found what should probably be on TikTok. It's one of those beans that Chicago's famous for. I'm not sure that's in the same league, because that one in Chicago cost quite a lot of millions. We're not quite at the next place yet, but look at these snow piles. That is crazy. I mean, they're probably 8 feet tall then, 7 or 8 feet tall, and I just dumped them to the side of the street. Loads of them. I've just noticed something right there on the map, a little detour. And this does prove to you that my videos have no planning whatsoever, which I should really do, but I don't. There it is. It's the Ghostbusters house, I think. Is it a house? Maybe it's a garage. I don't know, I can't remember now. Did they actually live in this, in the movie? I'm remembering the 80s movie with Dan Aykroyd and all the original crew. But yeah, got some stuff on the floor. And there's supposedly something else in that roundabout in the middle, you know, in the middle of the roundabout bit. Like a sign. Not sure we can get to it actually in the roundabout, but we can see it from this bridge. It's a welcome to New York sign. I don't think it's as good as welcome to Las Vegas or anything like that, but yeah, it's pretty good. Knock it off the list. That's one place in all the times I've been coming to America. Never had a Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not going to start now. So I thought I was going to make it past the world's famous macaroon shop, but I didn't. And we've ended up paying $35 for 8 macaroons, if that's how you pronounce it. Macarons. And now she's on a roll, even more spending. Wow. So it looks like Soho is just full of shops, clothing shops, high-end stuff, Louis Vuitton, Dior, all that kind of stuff. Luckily for me, because it's so early, some of them don't open till 11 o'clock. Friend's apartment building. Thought it'd be busier than this. Only about 8 people here. Obviously the Brooklyn Bridge is a much more popular tourist destination, and they only actually filmed the outside exterior shots of this for the show. The rest of the inside stuff was done in Burbank, California, about 2,500 miles away, in a Warner Brothers studio. So that's another one off the TikTok list. We're nearly into double figures today, and it's not even lunchtime yet. And now we're walking back uptown to find a nice diner to have some breakfast. And we found a pretty TikTok famous one, Ellen's Stardust Diner. All seems pretty normal. Well, glittery and glammy until...
Told me, or old me, like the old man from... And I can't fight this feeling anymore.
2 times egg and bacon with confetti, 2 soft drinks, and also 20% tip. That's a grand total of $80 for some breakfast. So Stardust, what can I say? As a lady who just walked past said, you don't go for the food, you go for the vibe, and I agree. And to get back downtown, we need to do the Subway, which is number 11 on the list, which costs $3 to ride, and that's pretty good value if you're going to do a longer trip. We have about a dozen stops until we get to the World Trade Center, and you've probably guessed it. We're here to see where the Twin Towers once stood. This is going to be the strangest feeling of any sight that I'm going to see in New York. Just remembering back nearly 25 years ago now, watching this unfold on TV, and it's just really, really strange being here now, just looking at where the Twin Towers used to stand, because it's a really eerie atmosphere. Everyone just looks like they're, you know, really down and somber, but yeah, it's a real strange feeling. So you can just come and see where the towers used to stand. That doesn't cost any money, even though you can leave a donation if you want. And if you want to go inside, well, you can pay extra, and that's what we've done. Thank you. And straight away you get to see parts of the original structure. And this is the slurry wall which held back the Hudson River. It survived the collapse and became a symbol of resilience, the survivor's stairs. On 9/11, hundreds of people used this exact same staircase to escape the World Trade Center Plaza as the towers burned. It became one of the only above-ground structures left intact. These are the original column footings, the exact spots where 110-story columns rose into the sky. It's one of the most haunting parts of this museum. There are the original perimeter box column sections, still bolted into the bedrock. This entire wall is made up of portrait photos of the 2,983 people who were killed in the terror attacks. Remains of the communications antenna and an elevator motor. This truck was parked near the North Tower. It was crushed when the tower collapsed. All 11 firefighters from Ladder Company 3 were killed. So out of everything you can possibly do in New York City, this has to be top of the list. If you're going to come here, make sure you see this place, because it's just amazing. And it costs $76 for 2 people. No travel video is complete without a cruise. And if you've got a little bit more time than we have, then if you're going to do this, to the Statue of Liberty, I'd do the sunset one rather than just a regular afternoon one. But
so Ellisonde is the next thing I'd like to talk about. That's also coming up. All these things are going to be on your right-hand side for now. But when we get...
So that was the Statue of Liberty river cruise. Still a cruise, you know, not a proper one, but still a cruise. Anyway, it was $29 and took about 50 minutes. So we're over on the other side of Times Square on 6th Avenue, and it's Bryant Park, so another one off the list. Next one is up there. Summit is not your normal go up a tall building, take a selfie, leave situation. It's chaos in the best possible way. We don't want a cocktail or a mocktail. I don't think we want to go around the outside on the external glass, so it looks like we're going to go for the cheapest one, $44 each. Well, it's not exactly cheap, but it's the cheapest, and it still wants to sell us a cocktail. And photos, and a memory book. I've got a memory book. It's called Putting This Video on YouTube. A bit of history before we start, but you can skip this if you want. And don't skip taking a pair of these glasses, as you're going to need them at the top.
When you get married, it's in the vows that your wife has to do this job for you, because I'm too old to be bending over now. So this is the bit you see on TikTok, the trippy bit. Like a creche. Good view though. Oh, well, they need the sunglasses now. Don't need a hat though. It's roasting up here.
The main space, called air, is covered in mirrors, walls, ceilings, floors, the lot.
So when they said about these sunglasses, you need them up here, they weren't wrong, because it does actually hurt your eyes.
The silver ballroom is called Affinity. It's meant to make adults feel like kids again, playful, chaotic, slightly surreal. And it's worked pretty well for me.
And there's the Chrysler building, which I always thought was the Empire State Building, but I don't know, they look alike to me. Ah, is that the Empire State? And right down there is where we were before, the Brooklyn Bridge. Wimped out on doing the looking over the glass, but anything could happen. It could break. I mean, what if it breaks? What if? You never know, dear.
We're at 1,100 feet, which is higher than the Empire State's main deck.
It's cold up here. So even though it was, I think, $45, $44, it works out at $99 with the, God knows what they had on here in America. Anyway, it's still good value of money, $50 each. Worth doing. And now another one on the list is Grand Central Station.
Despite what everyone calls it, it's officially Grand Central Terminal, because trains terminate there, here. They don't pass through. The zodiac ceiling in the main concourse is painted backwards. The constellations are mirrored. Some say it was a mistake. Others say it's meant to represent the sky from a divine perspective looking down at Earth. Either way, it's been confusing people for the last 113 years.
So that's almost a couple of things in one, the summit and the station, because the station's right underneath. And I feel like I've got a little bit more value for money now, because I've just realised I left the sunglasses in my pocket. So basically stolen from the summit.
Raising Cane's, the fast food outlet famous for selling one thing, chicken fingers. A business concept that shouldn't really work, but it did.
That's another one off the list, and that's quite possibly the best one today, because they are the best chicken fingers in the world. There's one observation I've made walking around New York: if you are into smoking weed, don't bother buying it, because you're going to get high walking around. It absolutely stinks. Everyone's smoking weed around here. The rink at the Rockefeller Center, people do this on TikTok. It's a pretty famous one. Rockefeller Center right there. We'll have to go up that at some point. It's supposed to be a good view, but to be honest, we've just had a very good view, so do we really need to see another view high up? Probably not worth it. And here we go. It's a toy store. TikTok worthy.
It holds the Jellycat Diner, not an actual real restaurant, it's an interactive, whimsical setting. And there's an hour wait to get in, so I'm just going to buy my wife a Jellycat pigeon instead.
So I'd like to blame my wife for going in there and spending a load of money, but I'm guilty. I probably spent more than her. And now we're going to walk back up to 5th, where
St. Patrick's Cathedral features 103 windows. The spires rise just over 329 feet.
supposedly in here you can get some holy water, so maybe that will cleanse me for stealing them sunglasses before out of the summit. So I'm not religious or anything like that, so obviously I'm not into churches, but this place is absolutely spectacular. I mean, look at it. Can't help but be in awe of the place. Yeah, it's real nice. This might be that water thing. Yeah. Just check to see if you can get married in here, and it said yes you can. Obviously you've got to go through a few things like the baptism and just doing all the the things you need to do to be able to get married, but imagine the price. I know what it'd be for my wife. Definitely a no chance. I mean, it's an amazing place, but that was probably in my top 3 of favourite places up to now, but it probably is because it's free to get in. Just before we get to Louis Vuitton, Trump Tower, which is right next to this monstrosity of a building. Well, it doesn't actually look like a building, does it? Looks like a big stack of Louis Vuitton chests, trunks. That's what they're called, trunks. Quite like it actually.
And now we're in Central Park, which covers 843 acres between 59th Street and 110th Street. And a lot of people come here to see the famous movie filming spots.
The Gapstone Bridge is where they filmed the bit in Home Alone 2 with the pigeons, but now it's just full of ducks.
And this is Woolman Rink, where Kevin observes Harry and Marv plotting their heist. And near the end of the film, the pigeon lady saves Kevin from the bandits near this arch. The plaza is where a lot of the movie was set, even though different hotels were used for some scenes. Radio City, although I've filmed it from completely the wrong angle, is where Kevin stops to take a photo with his dad's camera.
We just asked the lady where can we get casual dining. She said Quality Meats Italian place across the street, and I've just seen the sign here, perfect for the TikTok. So that's another one we can knock off the list by complete accident.
These are the best meatballs ever. This pesto dish with Italian sausage tastes amazing. My wife has gone for a basic pasta and sauce dish. Throw 2 sodas in with that and $120, including tip it is. New York is famous for pizza, especially Joe's Pizza, featured in films and TV shows, but it's a good job I'm not hungry as I'll be waiting in this lot a long time.
I'm going to give it a miss.
And now the night has finally drawn in, there's no better place to experience the madness of Times Square. Masses of people moving like a current through the lights, characters in full costume. Street performers chasing content, a bit like me but without the performing. And of course, those iconic red stairs.
So this is supposedly the unofficial centre of Times Square, where you can just walk up and you get a great view of Times Square. And you don't have to pay to do it either, which is even better. And here we go, this is the next Instagram famous place. Buying one of those Krispy Kreme donuts, the one with the big apple. After you. While you wait to put your order in, you can see them getting built. Oh, that does not look good. Put me off now. Got all that fat. Fat enough, don't need any more. So the reason this was so cheap is because they don't have that fancy box with it, we just get it in a regular box. But it's going to taste the same. Actually, it's going to taste much better because it's about $4 to $5 cheaper.
And by accident again, it's the Central Perk coffee shop.
So that's a proper gimmick place. So it's definitely going to be on Instagram, because if it isn't, then it should be. So I'm going to tick it off the list.
I'm back at the hotel, I can see what $8.99 tastes like. Did say it was sticky, and I reckon they're right, because it looks sticky. It's alright. I wasn't expecting much, but yeah, it's different. I mean, I wouldn't pay $9 again, I only did it for the video.